Hi guys, I'm Laura Vitale. On this episode of Laura in the Kitchen, I want to show you how to make a 10-minute tofu stir fry. It is so good, so easy. I happen to absolutely love tofu, but if you're not a big fan, you can always substitute cooked chicken or raw chicken that you'll saute, or even shrimp. So it's a really easy recipe. I have already shared how to make a chicken stir fry before, so this is very similar, but I wanted to share with you because I think it is one of the most amazing ways to eat tofu, and I love it. So the ingredients you'll need are very few, and you can change the veggies, of course, just with what you have on hand. What I like to use are some broccoli florets. These are some shiitake mushrooms that have been sliced. This is some bok choy, and this is sort of the stem of the bok choy, and I have the leafy tops over here along with some snow peas, because I want to put these at the last minute. I've got some ginger paste and some grated garlic or chopped garlic, oyster sauce, soy sauce. I always like to use low sodium, a little bit of toasted sesame oil, and you're going to need a little bit of water as well. Now, of course, the star of the show is going to be your tofu, which I have on my plastic board here. The tofu you want to use for this is usually labeled extra firm. You don't want to use softened tofu. You want to use extra firm. That way it's going to keep its shape. Now, when you get tofu, it's kind of packed. It's packed with some liquid, like water. So you want to dry it out. That's one of the most important things to cooking tofu of any kind, is you want to dry it out a little bit. So what I like to do is I like to take some paper towel, line a plate with them, and then I like to take my tofu and just cut it into, I would say, 1/2 inch or so slices, just like that, and then put them on your paper towel lined plate. And then what you do is you take some more paper towels. You can also use a kitchen towel if you don't want to use paper towels. I do tend to think that the paper towel helps absorb more of that water or that liquid, and just press down on them as much as you can, just to, again, absorb as much liquid as possible, because that way you'll get a nice crust. And then once I cut them into about 1-inch cubes, I just take whatever paper towel I have here, and I just like to sort of toss them around and dry them off on the cut sides, because there is a little bit of that liquid in the center. But for the most part, this is what you're looking for. You're looking for them to be pretty much nice and dry. And now what I have here is a large skillet with some vegetable oil, like sunflower oil or peanut oil, anything sort of clear and unflavored, and I have that preheating over pretty high heat. I want it over about medium high, because tofu is already ready to go. You're just looking to sear it, you're looking to give it some good color, and you want, anytime you're doing a stir fry anyway, you want high heat, and ideally you use a wok. I'm still searching for the best wok around, so if you have any suggestions, please leave them below. But that's why you always want to make sure that your heat is really high, and in that way it won't stick either. So I'm just going to add my tofu in and let it sear for just a couple of minutes on all sides. Tofu is looking good. Take that off, set it aside onto a plate, and let's proceed. I'm going to take my toasted sesame oil. I'm going to add a little bit of that. A little goes a long way with the stuff, so do be careful. And then I also have my garlic and ginger paste, and I'm just going to saute this for literally 30 seconds. It will splatter a little. I'm going to add my veggies right in. It will splatter a little because it's the ginger is a paste, but you can also, of course, just use regular fresh ginger and just chop it up yourself. Oh, but the reason why I always like to keep ginger paste on hand is because I can buy it in a tube, keep it in my fridge, and it doesn't spoil really quickly. That's why. Sometimes fresh ginger spoils on me before I have a chance to use it all. So I don't want to do that. It smells so good already. As soon as that ginger, sesame, and garlic hit the hot pan, and this is only going to need, I would say, about 3 minutes. So let that go on about high heat. In the meantime, you just take your small bowl, your soy sauce, oyster sauce. Make sure you always buy low sodium soy sauce, and your water, and just mix everything together to combine. Add your sauce. You don't have to use all of it if you don't want to. Totally up to you. I like to add a little bit at a time. Just kind of gauge where I am. And now is the time you add your peas and the tops from your bok choy and your tofu right back in. And now quickly stir it all together and just warm up those peas and the green tops. and you're pretty much done. Now I like to just sprinkle some sesame seeds on top just because there is that sesame oil in there, but that is it. You can see that the tofu, which is something that you should keep in mind when it comes to cooking with tofu if you're unfamiliar with it, it's kind of like a blank canvas. It will soak up any flavor you introduce it to. So if you can see now, it has soaked up that sauce so beautifully. It's so good. I absolutely, trying to get a piece of broccoli that's not too big. I absolutely love this recipe. I love this ingredient. I love all of these ingredients, and I just wanted to show you that to do a stir fry in 15 minutes or less is absolutely doable. And what I want you to always keep in mind is that you don't have to use these specific ingredients. I just want this to be a guide. Go in your fridge, rate it. If you've got peppers, onions, carrots, celery, cauliflower, anything you have, you can make a stir fry. It's just about keeping it quick, high heat, and it's always a winner every single time. And I know Joe's gonna love this because he has an absolute obsession with any kind of stir fry. So I'm gonna stop yapping, I'm gonna get the brown rice, and I'm gonna serve this because it is gonna be exactly what we're looking for. And to get this recipe, go to laurainthekitchen.com. It'll be there waiting for you, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.